Hey guys, it's John here at the Acoustic Shop. Actually here at the NAMM show in Anaheim, California. It's 2023 NAMM show, and we are hanging out in the Bedell and Breedlove booth with two folks that know most of the things that we should know about Bedell and Breedlove.
Hopefully we do.
So. Got Tom Bedell, who of course, that's the Bedell part of this.
Hi everybody.
It's Tom as the owner, and Jerry. Jerry is my good friend and also troublemaker in this entire lineup.
Oh, you know you love me.
I love you so much.
Yeah,
I love
you know.
both of you guys. Actually, I have a really good bunch of fun with both of them. So, Jerry, what do you actually do here? Because I've been wondering that for a little while.
I've been wanting that question to go. Yeah.
All right, that wasn't too much of a setup, was it? Yeah. Well, that's remains to be seen. You know, I know, like I just told Tom, I was looking for a job when I found this one.
That makes sense. Anyway,
So I'm the director of sales.
he is director of sales,
Yeah.
and helps tell us all what we need to buy. He's also the guy who just throws things on my orders randomly, just whenever. Anyway,
We work on the bell curve.
what we're going to be doing here is walking around the entire booth. We're going to show the cool new products, cool things that are happening. We're doing this all live. If you've not yet subscribed or hit the like button, make sure to do that, because we're going to be doing this at a lot of places throughout the NAMM show. And also, Hinkley over here to my right is also monitoring right now. So if you have any comments or questions or anything that you want to know about this line, or you can ask about other guitar lines, I guess that would be fun, wouldn't it?
Sure.
No, probably not. Anyway, if you're going to do that,
we'll
make
lie,
sure you do that
but,
live.
yeah.
We're doing it live right now. So
We
make
want
sure
to go
do
through
that.
your top 10 list.
We're going to go through my top 10 list? Well,
Yeah.
we can. I got in a lot of trouble with my top 10 list.
Did you get in
I'm
trouble
going
with
to tell
that?
you that I had a few builders that called me up and like, I didn't see my name on there.
I thought
Or
you
those
did it.
ones.
I
A
thought
few of them also went, why wasn't mine higher than that? And I said,
I thought you did a nice job.
thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's
Yeah.
all subjective anyway, so it's just an opinion that I had. And they all build incredible instruments, every single one of those, and a whole bunch more.
And you know what they say opinions are worth.
Exactly
so-
that. So.
Yeah, anyway.
Anyway, we're going to talk about Bedell guitars first. Guys, what do we have this year? Because I know there's been a lot of changes with Bedell.
Quite a
this
few,
year.
quite a few. In
So-
fact, if you want to start over here,
Let's do that.
let's walk over to this corner.
All right. This guitar right here.
This guitar is
Guitar.
a piece of work, an amazing piece.
So we have named this guitar
Have you really?
the John Chapman guitar.
I didn't know that. Is that because it's coming home with me?
Well, up until this year,
We were going to name it Pain in the Ass Guitar because you gave us so much trouble about going to the square shoulder. But now we've politely changed it to the John Chapman guitar.
we changed it to the PIA.
All right, there you go.
You know, we
JCPIA.
yeah, we didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings or offend anyone. So this is the new Bahia dreadnought, and
Yes.
as you can see, we now have gone to the square shoulder on all of our dreads. So that's one of the major changes we've done this year. In the Bahia, we've changed a few things in terms of some aesthetics, some just bringing it up to date a little bit more. But the thing about this guitar is, look at that. Look at that Brazilian on the back and sides.
Brazilian rosewood on the Bahia lineup is incredible. Well, it's mixed also with an incredible Adirondack spruce top.
Yeah,
Let's first talk about that.
All right.
Very well voiced. All the Bedell guitars, monstrosity. I
There you
played
go.
this one yesterday. This one is a fantastic guitar. But here's where I think this really sets off is the price point. And this is
Exactly.
where you guys are absolutely killing everybody that's out there in the market right now. Obviously, I love the square shoulder. I love the look of it. Everything's really cool for this. And you changed a few things on it this year. With the binding looks different now, where our purfling is different than what it had been in the past.
And no back
center
stripes.
strip.
So yeah, so
And
you
we-
have that.
We've got a Brazilian fretboard,
A Brazilian fretboard?
Brazilian bridge.
I
Right.
did not. Good catch.
There.
Yep.
I love it. But here's the list price on this right now is
$69.99.
$69.90. So now we're getting certified CITES papered.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Okay.
So, Bedell guitars and Breedlove guitars are the only company that we're aware of in America that we have documentation on all of our Brazilian. So if you buy a guitar at the Acoustic Shop with Bedell or Breedlove Brazilian in it, we can get you a permit and you can travel anywhere in the world. You can go on a world tour. You can sell it anywhere in the world. because it was grandfathered in before the 1992 listing. Other companies that sell Brazilian rosewood guitars, it's legal for you to buy it, you just can't take it across a border.
Correct.
And so if you want to go on tour,
And
we're the
how
place to
much
come.
of that Brazilian do we have, Tom?
We have a lot.
They have a lot. I've actually got to sit in the wood room. I've seen a bunch of it, and it's in different levels. This is great Brazilian that we're seeing in the Bahia line, but there's even higher levels of Brazilian. And what is awesome is every single case has paperwork inside there for that Brazilian. So it's not just like, yeah, we can get you that. No, it's there. You have documentation sitting in there, along with those sound cards that tell you all the specifics of that particular guitar.
Right.
That would be. Before you put this up, I know you're going to move on. I want to see this one more second.
Okay, sure, grab
But
it.
I do want to cover this.
Now that it's named after him, he wants to.
Named after him. But you, seriously.
Oh, you just want to show off your
No,
flat
I
picking, right?
I didn't want to do it, but. This is a belly rumbler. Like everything about this, it powers back at you on the back side. It's front side. It's got. I also love the tuners, by the way, the gold plated with the ebony buttons. It's a really, really attractive guitar. So I'm glad you started here. I would have probably ended here because this is one of my highlight guitars.
I know, but
I love this guitar.
but I had to point out the fact that because of your influence, oh wise one, that we're doing square shoulders
I want
now.
that. I hope. And I know this is live, but I hope that's documented forever. He said wise one. Yes. I love that. Thank
No,
you.
I said wide one.
Well, there's that too.
Yeah, right.
Right. So what else do we want to show?
Okay, a couple limited run pieces we're doing for this year.
Beautiful guitar.
This is redwood top, Cocobolo back and sides. This is in our new fireside parlor. And Cocobolo doesn't sound like this. Cocobolo is not supposed to be that big, but because of our sound optimization process, we build to a frequency rather than a standard thickness. So our guitars are just absolutely beautiful sounding, regardless of the wood that we use. Here, check this out,
So
John.
this is considered a deep body parlor, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yes. So are we going to leave that out now so
Yeah.
we don't trip on it anymore?
Yeah. That is really warm.
Yeah. Isn't that nice? I had a had a dealer come through yesterday, and I had been talking to him about sound optimization for a couple of years, and he said he got it, but he's been buying primarily rosewood and mahogany guitars. Yesterday he comes in, he sits down and plays this guitar and says, "How do you get that high end?" I said, "Now you get what sound optimization."
There you go.
is."
Absolutely.
There
Right.
you go. It's not dark like Cocobolo usually is. So, now the special treat is
Another super special treat.
the special. We only did 4 of these.
4.
4. And unbeknownst to you, this one is going to this guy right here.
For me?
For you.
This one?
No.
This one. This one.
I told him he couldn't have it
He
yesterday.
did tell me. He did tell me I couldn't have it.
I know you
yesterday.
did. I overrode it.
You overrode me.
I love how Jerry just overrode the owner of the company. By the way, do you allow that? Is that?
Well, yeah, you know why? Because I sell a lot more than he does.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is really beautiful figured
It is
walnut.
absolutely gorgeous. And again,
You weren't taking this home, were you?
What?
You weren't going to keep this for yourself, were you?
Yes.
Oh, well.
this is not the first time this has happened. By the way,
Okay.
This is not the first time this has happened.
So who gave you permission to give my guitar away?
So John, and we're going to have an arm wrestling contest now. John and Tom. So look at that.
It's a fantastic
Is
guitar.
that gorgeous?
Again,
Here.
speaks of the sound optimization because an all walnut guitar does not sound like this does. This is one of the most delicate.
Yeah.
Absolutely
what-
fantastic.
I would
blows-
challenge that there's not another walnut guitar in
I
this
would-
entire building that
Oh,
sounds
I-
like
I-
this.
I would agree with
Not
that.
even close.
It's
The
an
thing that
incredible
blows me
guitar.
away about this guitar is its power, but yet its articulation. When you hit a soft tone,
Yes.
I mean it's just so sweet. but yet at the same time, it's a cannon.
Yep.
So,
And again, stylings of this. The Fireside Parlor is an absolutely gorgeous small body guitar. I love the styling. I love the extended little scoop on the fretboard at the end.
it's very elegant. Very elegant.
Very good.
So another big thing we've changed this year, our
out of your
entry level Bedell guitar is the Classic Folk, and
Just
to
a
be
minute.
fair, it was kind of a plain Jane guitar.
Just a minute. Let's not be calling it an entry level. That's
Well,
designed to sound like Bob Dylan.
That
And that is not entry level.
well, no, but by no means is it entry level.
Can I slide over here? Come on right over here. Talk to this guy. Talk to this fella.
This may be my last day with Bedell. I don't know. I mean, it's just,
When we were figuring out the specs on this, I had Bob Dylan playing up here.
okay.
And I said, when I hear Bob Dylan, we can have it right. Right?
Ain't no use in wondering. Okay.
You got it.
So,
You
all right.
got it.
But
Again,
I am not going to do my Bob
extremely-
Dylan
I
impression.
went through this booth last night, and I will tell you again, mahogany top guitars are known to be super mellow and warm, and that's the tone. But it's always been hard to get an articulate high end out of a all mahogany guitar. And again, I
Exactly.
played the Dreadnought and I played the Parlor yesterday, and that is again a very good marvel for you guys that has been pulling this together. And again, I love the stylings. Your slot head looks great.
Yep.
The tuners look great. Very, very cool. And now with new stylings, fully glossed, because before
Right.
it was a satin finish.
Exactly.
And now, and like you said, I think that's
You're
the big
taking the
difference.
words right out of my
Well,
mouth.
I think
I like
that's
this.
I think that's the difference with what you were saying. This was the entry price point into Bedell. I'm gonna go there. All right, it was the lower price point as a satin finish, but you
Why
made
don't
it
you
much-
hire him
you
instead of
made
me?
it- Yeah, that's right. You
Yeah.
made it more of an elegant, higher end guitar by doing the full gloss finish on it and doing the wood bindings the way you did. It now feels like it's an upper echelon guitar.
Absolutely.
More so than it did before.
Yeah, it always sounded great, but now it's
You guys,
anyway.
Did I not get your vision?
you are not there, man. And this has nothing to do with starting price point. This has to do with that's a Bob Dylan.
No, I agree. I agree.
Songs.
Now it sounds like
when you play folk songs, that's the guitar you
Play
want
some
to
folk
play
song.
by.
Play a
Put
folk
on that
song?
wide belt and work shirt and tell it like it was.
I got no great folk songs here today.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's close I got us for today.
That was good.
Okay,
So this
we're
comes
not
in a
on the
par-
right mark, but we still think that we're right. So
Yeah, I think so. So this comes in a Parlor and a Dreadnought now.
absolutely.
Yeah.
What do we want to look at next?
Well, any other changes that have happened in the rest of the line? You guys changed the Revolution a couple
years ago,
so
yeah.
that hasn't changed too much. So I think we've actually covered most of it. The big changes this year are the Bahia has been changed, and the
Classic Folk.
Classic Folk, and then the square shoulder changeover, which finally hit as 2023.
Right, and here's the new coffee house square,
Yeah.
which you have demoed.
Yep.
So
Multiple
many times. Yeah.
That's right. And we're going to be having some exclusive guitars coming out too later on this year, which is really, really cool. I'm looking forward to. Tom may not know this. He's looking at me like,
No, I want to share because the three Chapman brothers came up to Bend. Was last month?
yeah, it was about almost a month ago.
Oh man, we had so much fun.
We did.
And we got in the wood stacks and designed guitars, and they designed them. So they're going to have their very own special designs.
Yep. I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
So it'll be
Tell us a little bit about some of the woods you chose.
some of the woods. So we did a couple different things. We're doing a coffee house variant that'll be slightly different. It'll be we're doing a couple different variations of that. It will have a Brazilian version of it that'll have a aged toner top on it. We're going to do an Indian rosewood one. We're also going to be doing a mahogany version of the 1964 again with an aged toner. We're going to do 1 3/4 on all of those. We're upgrading those also with the Evo fret wire as we get those done. They're going to be really, really cool. It's a lot of the specs that we know a lot of our customers have been asking for, just a little bit different than what everybody. We're still going to carry the other ones as well. So, and then we just picked marvelous pieces for them. Every one of them was like
exactly.
exquisite ones that we could do.
They're beautiful.
And again, that's what makes that so special. Is the relationship between you guys and us has been being able to go in there and go, all right, we got this. It's still going to hit in that price point, but we're going to be able to get you guys something a little bit extra.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're hoping to bring to you guys. So there you go. So now let's talk about some Breedlove right now. What's
Perfect.
new
Let's
for
do it.
Breedlove? You want
Let's
to start
do
U.S. or import line?
Let's do the let's start with some of the limited run things in the Breedlove line.
So follow us, guys. So the big thing for you guys this year is color.
Yeah, so every year our dealers kind of anticipate our coming out with our special limited run colors. This year we have 5 instead of 4. Typically we only do 1 per quarter. This is our Earth Song guitar, which commemorates Earth Day, which happens to be this month.
Yes.
And for each one of these guitars, we're planting 100 trees with the One Tree Planet Foundation.
That's one.
Initially,
our people are also very well versed to. That's what we use. Same one. Not quite as many trees. We've planted thousands of trees, but we do that as our Shoppe sustainable mission. Again, in kind of conjunction with Tom here too.
Initially, we were just going to give you 100 seeds and have you throw them out the windows you throw down the street.
This was a color we had in stock and sold immediately. Got you.
Within 2 hours?
Is that right?
Within 2
That's
hours.
great.
There you go. Hey, by the way,
This
again, if you're watching us right now, we are live here at the NAMM Show booth. If you have any comments or questions, please put those in and like and subscribe. We're here, Tom and Jerry. So
Tom and Jerry, yeah.
What was
I
that?
actually did get a comment.
Yep.
But was that American walnut?
Was it an American walnut, the walnut that's being used on that? There's Angela at. We'll know for sure here.
That's a good question. I'm going to have to ask
If we see
Angela.
Angela,
It's a mix between black and English walnut. It's a hybrid.
it's a hybrid. A black and English walnut is what we were just told. And what's really cool, by the way, about that walnut, I talked to Angela, who does a lot of the wood selection and stuff. She was telling me that entire guitar is built from one tree. So the neck, the back and sides, and the top, all from, I'm
Right.
talking to you, are all built from one tree. A fretboard and obviously the bridge are different, but all the walnut in there is from one tree, which is very, very unique to see
Right.
from one guitar. So
Yeah,
very, very
absolutely.
cool. Keep those comments and questions coming because we love that. So
Yeah, so that first color there was the Tequila Sunrise.
yep,
Then obviously we just did the Earth Song.
I've got one of these
Now,
in stock right now.
Do you notice a theme here? Tequila Sunrise. Now we have the Mojito.
Yeah, it says you guys got a problem.
It's not the alcoholic series. Yeah.
Music always sounds better.
So
At least when I play.
One of the unique things about this color series that I think everybody at first doesn't catch, and when I deal with them in the shop, they understand is this is not just a single color spray, and this is not. That's what makes this unique. This is a fade color.
Yeah,
If
let's
you
see the
look
back.
at
Look at that gradient
It
finish
works
there.
a gradient all the way up through, and especially with the myrtle wood, all of these are still extremely unique. Like I've seen a few different ones of each one of these colors, and every single time, because of the wood that's underneath it, it's different. Yet, there's this same theme of this gradient all the way through it. This one I'm really looking forward to.
This is the Pinot.
Yeah. Not the peanut, this is the Pinot.
Pinot. or as they say, well, I'm from West Virginia originally, as they say down there, it's Pinot.
Pinot.
Yeah, right.
Good old Pinot wine. Another gorgeous one. I love this one in particular. You saw that back. I love this back.
Look at
It's
that.
got, again, a gradient in the way the myrtle kind of burled up on that particular one. And you guys use a lot of myrtle in both Breedlove and not Bedell, but just mainly in the Breedlove
Right,
line.
in the Breedlove
and because
line.
it's an actual Oregon species, it's based there. And
Yeah,
I think that's really, really cool.
It's native to about an 80-mile stretch of the Oregon coast, so it kind of lends itself to our story about sustainability, etc.
Right.
And the fact that it is a native Oregon wood. It's a marriage made in heaven. And it's a great tone wood.
Yes.
We'd really like to encourage you to go into the acoustic shop and experience a Oregon series all Myrtlewood guitar. It's a completely different tone wood than you get from any other company, any other brand.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's because it literally is a rosewood mahogany maple sound. in terms of the tones that come across.
Yeah, it's very,
You
very,
don't have a scoop or you don't
yeah,
have a
it's
hump.
very
Yeah.
even tone,
Yep.
top to bottom.
Yep.
Very, very cool.
And then the final one,
And I thought
down in the end, is the old-fashioned. No time.
This
No,
one
it
I
does.
haven't seen. I've seen this in when we were up there, but I hadn't seen any of these yet at all.
Isn't this beautiful?
It is.
It does not come with a maraschino cherry.
No maraschino cherry. Again, a very gradient burst on this one. This one feels more burst instead of a offshoot, but it's still a very gradient one that kind of works its way in the sides as well. And I also like the way you guys do the burst through the neck, especially with the satin neck. That has been a really cool, neat look.
Now these sound as good as they look.
Oh, you're gonna make me play again? Nobody wants. I've played enough for today, but I'll do it because Tom said so.
You gave me $10 to let you play.
So you can hear the distinct bass, you can hear the distinct mid, and you can hear the highs.
Yeah,
Just,
that's,
There's a very unique low-end character to this that you wouldn't expect with
Right.
all of an all Myrtlewood or all anything guitar, which is really great. So, yes, absolutely gorgeous. And those. So, one thing I know, I don't know if are we moving on from most of the U.S.
No,
Huh?
we're going to show 2 more pieces.
Peter Ray wants to know if the series is tuned in fifths.
They want to know if this is tuned in fifths
Because it's an alcoholic.
because it's awful. And awful.
Who is this guy?
I like this. Yeah, perfect.
Who is this guy? I want to meet him.
I wanted to. I know we're going to come over to it, but I think what's also really unique that's going to be coming out of here is a lot of these colors have made a couple of the older colors.
Right.
Are finally making their way into the import line too. So we'll be showing those.
So, new for this year, our typical sizes are the concertina, which is our 12-fret version of a parlor, and a concerto, which is our version of a dreadnought. So we decided to come out with our 4th size, which we did in our international series a couple years ago, but we're doing these now in a U.S. piece. So this is our companion, our small size body guitar with the U.S.
I'll go right ahead.
made in U.S. And this is the. Doesn't it sound great?
Yeah.
All Myrtle.
I played this exact one when we were up in Oregon. Tom's like, you got to check this out.
The amount of volume that we get out of these little body guitars is just astounding.
Absolutely.
They're really making me do this, by the way, because I have the mic. So
You have the mic and you have a pick.
I can loan you a pick.
No, I'm good.
Okay. The other thing about these is that I think is really, really cool. A lot of times these companion or small travel guitars are kind of floppy in their string tension, and this doesn't feel that way. It still feels like a full tension guitar, so you don't feel like you're overplaying it and powering through the right hand, which is really, really cool. Yes, Hinkley?
We do have a question.
Go for it.
Is the Bedell neck profile like that of the Breedlove neck profile? Has it changed over the years?
The neck profile is different. If
Completely
I remember right.
different.
Yeah,
This is
absolutely.
a
Yeah.
more small, very little.
This is thinner,
depth. Yes.
thinner this way. Bedell has a little bit more of a C shape.
Yeah.
Right.
And designed for 2 different types of players too. I tend to find, like I said, the Breedlove line kind of tends to be players who are more used to the real small necks and that kind of deal, where there's a more traditional feel to a lot of the Bedell guitars,
Right.
the traditional body and neck shapes that are
Right.
in there. It's still a modern neck shape. But I do think it feels, like you said, a little more traditional in its more modern shape.
So this is a companion version with East Indian rosewood on it and redwood top. No, red cedar top.
Red cedar.
Yeah.
Which is a good mix because now it's not going to be overpowering that over brightness.
Yeah.
Again, good. You guys are catching on.
Thank you, teacher.
Well, we owe it all to you. I don't know where we would be without you.
Yeah, I bet.
It's just.
Man, I can't wait to hear what they say. We're going to leave the mics on you and just like pretend we're off camera so that you can talk all the trash you want to talk afterwards.
Yeah.
How's that different than usual?
That's pretty well done.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll do it to my face. All right,
So,
so what are we going to talk about now?
Why don't we move over and talk a little bit about the Organic Pro?
That is a
Yeah.
great series. Absolutely. So follow us on over here.
Excuse me, guys.
Hey, Dan.
I'm gonna go around.
We're doing a little filming. Hi, Melody. How are you?
How are you doing?
Good to see you.
Glad you're out of your
You're all
part of
good.
your last year.
Me
So
too.
these guys
Me
are
too.
having a whole bunch of fun. We're all
Sorry,
having
I
fun.
just-
Again, if you have
Yeah.
not yet, like and subscribe to the channel, please
Yeah.
do so because there's some great stuff coming up all throughout NAMM. And again, if you got any questions or comments for Tom or Jerry or Tom, I love that we have a Tom and Jerry, by the way. I just think that's great.
You begin with a grin when you first tune us in with a Tom and Jerry show. How's that?
Oh my goodness. You wanna pick this time?
Okay, so the Organic Pro.
I haven't seen this one yet.
I know you haven't. That's
was
why I
gonna
brought it
say,
out just for you to
this
see
is
here.
really nice. This is
So
really,
the
really
Organic
cool.
Pro was born from the fact that we wanted to build something that was affordable yet totally pro level, and we achieved it with these guitars. So this is the Organic Pro Artista, and this is in a limited edition color that will only be available this summer. The Black Dawn, as you can see,
I
it's
love this
the
color.
beautiful fade there.
If I were gonna have this body shape, this is the one I would want. Right here. I
Yeah,
love
this is solid myrtle back and sides, maple neck with European spruce top. European spruce is an interesting wood. It comes from the Swiss Alps, individually harvested trees. That way we can guarantee and be totally assured that it's sustainably harvested. And
And I've been there. And
yeah,
I've
yeah,
watched-
exactly.
Yep.
And Tom's been to wherever our wood is harvested. Tom has been there, so that we have totally vetted all the suppliers.
We haven't covered that yet,
Yeah.
and I want to stop you just for 1 second to make sure everybody knows that is watching out there. This whole entire line, all of the Bedell, all of the Breedlove,
Every guitar in
including
here.
the import line, these are all sustainable
Absolutely
all the way
everything.
through. All of them have no clear-cut woods in them at all, and this guy has made sure of that in every way. There is nobody I know that is more passionate about this particular project than this. Trust me, we had so many conversations. He chewed me out for a lot of things that we're not doing right. But I'm just kidding. No, he's awesome about it. And so anyway, this is a really endearing mission that this entire brand has, and especially this fella has. And I admire that whole team for that. So I didn't want to stop you.
Oh,
but
no, that's
I want to
fine.
make sure everybody understands that.
That's
so
fine.
an example I can give is that we actually manage, so the guitars that we're looking at here are built in a contract factory that's a partner of ours in China. But we source all the wood for them. So all the other guitar makers that source in Asia, they don't know what wood is really in their guitars. They don't know where it came from. They don't know how it was harvested. We manage that. So on these guitars, we can trace back to the source just the same as we can on our Bedell and Breedlove USA guitars.
Which is the only import brand I think that's even possible to do that,
Right.
because you have been such an integral part of that mission.
Exactly.
And again, we admire
Yeah.
you for that. So
Yep.
I love this guitar. I think this is going to be another
I'd
good
play
hit
some
for
Hendrix.
you. Do it.
Okay, anyway.
All right. We
so-
better ship some to his store.
Yeah, we better. We
I
better.
really do.
So this very well upgraded preamp, the Fishman Flex Plus T. I've used this on a couple gigs, not this particular guitar, but with this preamp, and I use a different preamp, which I'm not going to name the name of, but it's much higher end, and this compares to it quite favorably. Yeah.
Very good.
So this will be available this summer. All solid myrtle back and sides again, like I said, solid European spruce top, hard shell case included in the price.
That's what I was about to ask you. I know
Yeah.
some of these Organic Pros have gig bags, but all of them have a case
Yes.
in all
Yes.
the Organic Pros.
Yeah.
So another thing that we're doing too.
Now this I do have in the shop right now.
Yeah, you do have this. I'm going to show you something that you don't have right after this. So this is the Organic Performer Pro. Solid African mahogany back and sides. European spruce top, H-toner finish. This is a departure for us. It's a thin line body, 3.5
I
inches.
just saw
It
that.
also comes in a full depth, 4.5 inch. But here's something else that you don't know. We're also,
There's so many things I don't know. Let's get honest here.
ignorance is bliss. If ignorance is bliss, you must be the happiest
I
man in
am
the world,
so
right?
happy.
Oh, yeah. So we're also doing it now in Indian rosewood.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That'll be great.
Same guitar, only with Indian rosewood. So it comes in a full depth body as well, also a concerto and a concertina parlor.
Again, one of the finest import lines that's coming in right now, these Breedloves, especially the Organic Pros. I'm just a big fan of what they're doing, especially in these body shapes for what they got. They're great sounding.
Look at this, John. It also now comes in a tobacco burst.
I like that a lot.
Indian rosewood again, European spruce top. And of course at a NAMM show, everything's out of tune. So here, check that out.
I haven't heard anything in tune yet this whole time.
Yeah.
My
So the
best-
idea
I picked up a guitar earlier today. I hit a big chord for somebody, and a customer turned it down to dadgad. So it sounded wonderful.
So the idea behind this guitar is a lot of professional musicians have really beautiful, expensive guitars, but they don't want to take it on the road with them. Get stolen or get damaged or whatever. We wanted a guitar that professional musician could take out on the road and sound as good and feel as confident and perform as well as their really expensive stuff that they have at home. And we achieved it here. We did it by using the technology that we build the Bedells and Breedloves in terms of the
USA
sound
builds.
optimization work. We took that intellectual property and applied it to this construction.
And that's the Cascade bracing that is coming in.
Cascade
Exactly.
bracing, exactly.
There you go.
Yep.
So absolutely fantastic. Tons of power. I have to confess, I got to go through and check a lot of this stuff out. So if I'm not super surprised about some of this stuff, it's because I already had my
Right.
shock and
I
awe
got you
face.
over here.
You did have me over there.
Yeah.
So. But I played this one yesterday. Absolutely incredible guitar. I do like the burst on this. I don't own a burst, by the way. So
Well,
I keep telling you,
hey,
I've
now you're-
so far told you like 6 guitars you're supposed to personally give to me. But
I know where you can get one.
I can buy one too. Both of them have expressed to me multiple times. Yeah, you can buy one too, John.
John misused the word give. He
Yes.
didn't mean that.
Anyway, so those were covered. And then also this year, did you bring in most of the new colors that
We
are
did.
coming in there?
Yeah,
Good.
let me walk you through this real quick.
This
So
is gorgeous, by the way.
that's Alcoa.
Oh yeah.
Is that new?
No, it's been
Have I seen that?
it was originally there. Yeah.
That one's beautiful.
This is a Pursuit Exotic
Look at that. Absolutely
concert,
beautiful.
Alcoa.
Very, very good looking guitar in the Pursuit line. All right, so now we can go back to your colors. Sorry.
So now, when we were looking at the U.S. Breedlove, we mentioned our limited run colors. And these are all colors that we had done a couple of years ago
Purple too.
in the U.S. series, and now we're doing them in the
Grab that one, and then you
some of the better ones we brought into the import world. So this is the Canyon. Beautiful sunburst. We're doing it on the Pursuit Exotic. These are, what, $7.99. Look at you, Tom.
You should have seen that by the way,
That
guys.
would scare
That
me.
was acrobatic.
Can you grab this?
You're
for
making me nervous. Okay, well, I have this in my hand. So you saw the Canyon. This is the Blackberry.
Which we had one of those in the USA last year, and it
Yeah.
sold extremely well
They
too.
all sold through.
Yep.
This is actually a takeoff on our Pinot Burst over there. This is called, or rather our Pinot. This is the Pinot Burst. And this is unique to this guitar. This is the only time we've ever done this. This is the guitar I like to point out that proves that I don't know anything about the music business. 2 years ago, when we brought this out as a US piece, my first comment was, who's going to buy that? Turned out to be our #1 seller.
There you
So it just goes to show that no matter how long you've been in the business, you don't know.
There you go.
It's just a beautiful finish.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
The name of this is called White Sand.
White Sands, exactly.
And then that one's the last one. That one is the Earth Song color, correct?
Yeah, this is the counterpart to the US piece. This is the Pursuit Exotic Cutaway Electric Earth Song. And for each of these we sell, we're planting 50 trees.
Right. So we all want you to celebrate Earth Day. It's coming up in a week. So
Exactly.
And also
Yeah.
part of our shop's sustainable too. We'll be planting trees on top of their trees. So
Does that,
we'll see you in the
how
national
does that
parks.
work?
I don't know. It's gonna be
Compound
pretty-
planning?
Compound planning.
Yeah.
No, it'll be true. It is true. Again, this has been a whole bunch of fun. I'm gonna probably just put one where it is, and we can move these here in a little bit, so I don't screw up something. But that said, I have had a wonderful time hanging out with these fellas.
Yeah,
They
it's
have
been-
been a ton of fun. I think we covered most of the new lineup for this year. Is that correct?
We did.
All right.
We did.
So
You know-
Jerry is amazing. He is a whole bunch of fun. I know for you guys that are going to get mad at me for being mean to these guys, we have actually created a pretty good friendship, and I really enjoy both of these individuals a lot. I admire both of them. I've had a great time learning from both of them, as well as having a good time, just checking out guitars, and I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you guys for being with us again. Make sure to like and subscribe because we're going to be hitting up so many other booths before the week is out. And again, thank you guys for commenting and asking questions because it's been a whole bunch of fun. Anything else you guys want to add?
I know. Well, I do want to thank your one viewer for giving me the idea about tuning those in fifths.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
a great idea.
You're my guy. Thank you, John.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Everybody.
Appreciate
Thank you all
it.
for listening.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much,
Catch you later,
guys.
Tom.